and they still have no high visible vest. It's been about almost a month now, and they jump out in the street with kind of dark clothes on, with a stop sign and no high visible vest. I wonder why.
Overtime.
And I actually stopped by here and warned them about, hey, just put a vest on. You're gonna jump out into the street, put a high visible vest on. But looks like no one cares about, safety. And then when you do it, like you do it so abruptly, nobody can tell what's going on, so it's kind of tough. Like if you're driving and you're not expecting a person to jump out, you have no idea what's going on. Even though the speed limit is supposed to be 20, I think it's even lower in the school zone. School zone's probably 15 or something like that, but still, safety is still a concern. It's gonna give you a few images of, and this is probably not the only. What they should put here, which they do have, it's not working, is this. It's too high up in the air for one. It should be a little lower, but it should be more, Are you the principal?
No, I wish I was, but I'm not.
So there was a guy down here earlier, like maybe I want to say a month ago, and I drove by here, and it was a black guy, and I told him, hey, you should get your guys to put a high visible vest on.
Yep.
And he said he'll look into it, but he never looked into it. Did he ever get you guys high visible vests to put on?
Actually, I should have it on, and I don't.
Oh, okay.
But we do have them.
You do have them. Okay, cool. Oh, so you have them, you just refuse to use them. That's a different story. That's definitely a different story. So the money, I know the city of Boston got money for it. They have a budget for it for sure. If not, then that's a major problem. But I want to document this because, God forbid something happens. They've been warned twice now, and I even just spoke to him just now, and he said he does have one, and he don't have it on. So that's a concern now. That's a major concern. And that's why I do what I do, because me saying it is one thing, but me recording it is something totally different. You get to see. Now, see how they're doing it? They're not supposed to walk out with him. They're supposed to only come out when he gives them the command to come out. Because what if he stops and that car keeps going? I'm just going to give you some traffic safety rules, and they get hit. He's liable for that. You don't let the pedestrians cross until the cars come to a complete stop. I think it's written somewhere. I have to look it up again.
Thank you.
I don't know if you guys noticed. I'm not too sure what state it was in. We're talking about maybe 20 years ago. A Verizon truck had stopped at an intersection and waved the person across the street that told them to go. However, the car on the other side of the Verizon truck did not stop, so the person got hit by the car. Verizon got sued for telling the person to go. Had Verizon just stopped the truck and just let the person cross, that'd been one thing. But once you wave your hand and give them the okay to go, it's like you were technically found liable, even though it's not really Verizon's fault, because you're supposed to look both ways before you cross the street. But in the court of law, Verizon was found responsible. Same thing with the McDonald's incident with the woman getting scalded with the hot coffee. You know the hot coffee's hot, but you choose to put it in your lap and you get burned. But you found some technicalities in the loophole of the law where they didn't label the cups. It was maybe 5 to 10 degrees over its temperature, and then boom, that's what happens. All it takes is just a little bit. It doesn't take a lot. So school buses are over there with the flashing lights on. I think if I was to design a school, this is an older school, so it's kind of hard to do it now. I would design it a little bit different. I'll think of more pedestrian safety. This is an older school, so it's kind of hard to do it now, but any newer design coming up. Like the Frederick School, for example. That school's more designed for safety because it's kind of in a cul-de-sac. Later on, I'll call the city of Boston 311 number and I ask them, do they have which they should, and they got a lot of money. They have a safety officer that not only does this, but check other things too, like exits, blocked egress, doors that are not working properly. They must have somebody that does that. Exit signs that are not fully lit, sprinkler heads that are covered, stuff like that. Smoke detectors that are not present, carbon monoxide detectors and not, all that kind of stuff. It should be somebody that checks these schools for that kind of activity. And if this is not, there should be.
Any officer interested is an opening at the front desk of headquarters this morning. Contact 5449. That's a day tour. The front desk at headquarters this morning. Contact 5449. All channels.
Just want to document. I do a few more.
Let the kids off the middle of the road is not a good thing.
Definitely not. No, that's definitely not. Yeah, parents should be more mindful how they drop their kids off too. And that's the other thing. I did a video on. A lot of people physically and mentally don't know how to cross a street. You'll be surprised how many people, even though he has this stop sign up. Let me give you an example. Even though he has this stop sign up, your responsibility is still to look both ways before you cross the street. Just so you guys know. I could put a stop sign up and say go, but that don't mean go. You look where you're going. Remember that saying, look before you leap? Look before you leap. Meaning, just because I say go ahead, you got the right of way. Okay, that's one thing, but now you look to make sure that you have the right of way. Story a while back, somebody's telling the trash truck to back up. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Now this guy has no idea what the trash truck's clearance is. So his height versus his width is two different things. So he's looking at the bottom and looking at the top. The guy ends up hitting a light pole and knocks the pole down. But who's at fault? The driver is, not the guy telling you to back up. You're responsible for your vehicle at all times. So there's a lot of stuff people need to learn. Educate yourself on some of these things. I'm still learning right now. There's a lot of things I don't know at all. I swear, I'm still learning. Just so you guys know, Massachusetts has a severe red flag warning in effect still. We have a serious drought. That means no cigarettes. If you do have cigarettes, dispose of them properly. No open flames, no outdoor fires, no sparking, no arcing, no welding without a fire detail. Try to conserve on water. Be mindful of where you park your car at and where you idle it at. A whole lot of different things like that. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, we have a very, very serious drought. If we don't get rain in the next couple of weeks, we could be in trouble. definitely could be in some trouble. They caught at least 4 arsonists already lighting fires just deliberately. So keep that in mind. Probably more than that, but 4 that's been heard of. The other thing that is I failed to mention when you cross the street, try not to be distracted with headphones and texting and a hoodie that prevents your vision from the left or the right. I mean, those things play a key factor on how people get injured as well. A couple of years ago, the individual, I believe he got killed crossing the green line on Calm Ave, I believe it was. He walked, actually, I think it was a woman, sorry about that, woman that walked in between 2 green line trains and got coupled, between a couple and got killed. They were walking, one car passed by, but you didn't look to see the other car. They walked right between the 2 cars and got, pretty much, you know what happens after that. Matter of fact, that happened twice on Brookline Ave. One was Calm Ave. The other one was by Coolidge Corner, which that's Beacon Street. So Beacon. Actually, having more than that. There's another one on Huntington Ave. So there's quite a few of those. I think the one on Huntington Ave, no one passed away though. Now, there's a tow truck driver, a friend of mine, that is big on safety. He's always like, "Where's the high visible vest?" Because by state law, tow truck drivers, and I believe bus drivers are supposed to have high visible vests on. Anybody in the commercial trucking industry should have a high visible vest readily available. And also have flares on their truck as well. The other stuff too, like fire extinguishers, first aid kit. There's a lot of other stuff you should carry, but that being the key factor. Somebody's impatient, so they can't see him blocking the street though. That's the other thing. I don't know if you guys can see, there's a solar glare. Well, it's kind of a solar glare that prevents you from seeing all the way over there. Definitely, if you look this way, you see this. I figure hang around here for a little bit, just document. I'm trying to get at least 20-minute video out of it. I don't do too. I like to give you some idea what's going on. There's another story that I'm going to try to cover today too. I got 3 messages about it, about the barriers on mass and cast, which is an issue with the city and handicap and ADA people and everything. I'm gonna try to do that. If I can do it today, I'll do it today. If not, I'll try to do it sometime this week or next week. They put. I did. I don't know if you guys remember the video I did about a month, maybe a half ago, when they were setting up the barriers at Mass and Cass. They were, blocking up the whole entire sidewalk. So since that video I did, those barriers are still there. And I don't know the exact date I did it. I want to say it was about a month ago, but I have to check. Those barriers are still there. So that's what we have, guys. We just want to show you a little, safety first, guys. Safety first. Put that high visible vest on. Even if it's a high visible jacket, something that gives you visibility. Doesn't necessarily have to be a vest. It could be a sweatshirt, high visible. It could be a hoodie. Preferably something with reflectors on it. But if you choose not to, just, the new OSHA safety thing now is that neon yellow. Well, they keep bouncing back and forth between orange and yellow. So, yeah, I think they came to the conclusion they want to use the yellow, but the orange wouldn't be wrong. See how that person walks out in front of that car while it's still rolling? I don't know if the camera caught that, but that's not good, because that person doesn't know that you're coming out the side like that and running in front of that car. Should be in the crosswalk. No one does it. Even I don't do it, but you should be in the crosswalk. And I don't know if I gotta inquire about this too. I think I could be wrong. In order for you to step in the street, there's two different things you gotta know. One is how to stop traffic. The other one's how to direct traffic. So these guys are not technically directing traffic; they're just stopping traffic. So I think it's two separate classes: one for stopping traffic and one for directing traffic. Now I don't know if they still give those classes or trainings, but I have to inquire. Like, they're supposed to. I think you're supposed to be certified to do that. I believe. Well, you should be. Like flagmen. Flagmen at one point, I believe they had training back in the early 60s, 70s on how to direct traffic. You should take up a CPR, first aid, first responder course. That can't hurt. All that good stuff. One thing I noticed too, like, this is a crosswalk, but most crosswalks have like a stop bar. Well, not necessarily, but there's not a stop sign. So in order for a stop sign to be here, it should be a... Well, no, wait. Why don't they put a stop sign here? Wouldn't that make more sense? Or could you do that? Could you? Yeah, you legally can do that. Yeah, put a stop sign here. So now you have a stop bar on either side. So now you don't have that problem. But I think the only issue would be, like, on days that the school is closed, is the stop sign effective or not? Or you can have one of the stop signs that you could put up and take down type thing too. There's all different methods to do things. Or you can have a stop sign with a time on it. At this time. No, that's not gonna work. You can't do that. No. You could, but I don't know if that's in the guidelines. So he just goes inside now. So he's inside, but these people are still left out here crossing the street. Just want to show you a little bit what goes on in the city. A lot more than this goes on, but this is some of the smaller things that are. The reason why I'm doing this video, a couple of people brought that to my attention. I happened to come by here and I noticed it myself. I believe it was a concerned parent that brought it to my attention. Allegedly, a child almost got hit by a car. I'm not too sure that's true or not. right, so like for the majority of the students are in class. A few stragglers. Well, I could see people almost getting hit by cars though. The way they're crossing though too.
Charlie 982, Ocean North. Good morning.
Good morning.
Just they're playing music to put the kids in a cheerful mood on a Friday afternoon or morning, I should say. Music for the soul, you know. A lot of traffic going either way. This way, it's quite a bit of traffic, and then if you go this way, there's quite a bit of traffic. Most of these cars that come through here dropping off students. So for the first, I'll say hour and a half, you have a lot of traffic, high volume. And after that, it kind of slows down. It says speed hump 20 miles an hour, so I assume they only expect you to do 20 miles an hour in this area here. I'm not gonna be there. There's so much sun over there. I don't know if I can zoom in on that. I guess I could see it, yeah.
Harry 103.
Great.
This is a detour unit ready to go. Can you guys head over to 750 Adams Street over at Chubbs? The alarm is going off. The kitchen door.
We got that.
Thank you.
See, that car almost got those kids crossing the other side over there because they came out between a car and another car, but she didn't see them until they came out into the street. I'm too sure what they got going on over there, but that car's mad because they pulled over to drop somebody out. Now she's going around them. She's on a cell phone too, which is not helping. So it looks like the traffic died down a little bit. You can see the roads are a lot more clearer. Most of the students are inside the school. This guy's making a U-turn because they didn't want to wait in line. He was very impatient. He dropped the students off, but he made a U-turn in the middle. Look at that. Patience goes a long way. Alright, so now the road's cleared up. Most kids are inside. You may have a couple of stragglers, but just want to document what I see, and you guys give me input. What do you think? Can they do better? Can they improve on the crossing system? Better safety? Better wearing a vest? They already have speed humps. Alright guys, I think that's it. They brought the music inside. Another car making a U-turn that doesn't want to go all the way through. Sometimes they do that when it's busy and it makes it more hectic. Yeah, see, he dropped the student off. He should have waited till the student crosses the street. That's what I would do. I would tell the student or whoever I'm dropping off, he just cross in front of me, and you know, I want to make sure you get on the sidewalk safely. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it. How much? Yeah, roads are actually a lot clearer. Another U-turner. Another one down there too, the white car.
103. Both doors are secured. The 103, thank you for checking.
Alright guys, I'm headed out here. Just want to show you what goes on. This is the Boston Latin Academy. If you guys are not too familiar with this school, Boston Latin Academy. You guys can see that up there. Alright guys, I'm headed out here. If anything else comes up, we'll get back to you. Right now it's just, you know, streets are opened up. No
Overtime, 4 hours.
no major traffic.
4556.
Catch you guys on the next one.